Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me Kagam. Okay, you guys, there's massive Chanel news that happened like a few days ago. I realize some of you don't follow me on Instagram and you're not in my Facebook group, so you don't know. But I wanted to just tell you. But before I do that, I want to say shout out to everyone who's in my group. Thank you so much to everyone who's joined the group. By the way, you can join it below. And a massive shout out to all of the people in California who went to the Glamazon meetup that happened on the weekend. It's obviously Monday today when I'm filming, but you're going to watch this video on Tuesday. I didn't know that it was happening. Like I had heard that it was gonna happen, but I didn't know that it was happening. And I didn't play any role in organizing it, so it was such a blessing to hear that it happened and to see pictures in the group. And just a huge thank you to the people who went. I think that's just so exciting. Hopefully when I travel to America next, I'll be able to meet some of you guys in real life. That'll be really cool. Okay, so let's talk about what's going on with your girl Big C, because she is busy, honey, making people very angry. These changes are only for the US market. If you shop in Europe or Asia, you're not affected for now. Okay, so what are the changes that Chanel is making ahead of the 22K launch? First of all, if you're in America, you can no longer reserve essentially now unless you buy ready-to-wear or fine jewelry. I believe you have to buy 2 ready-to-wear garments per collection in order to reserve leather handbags, or you need to buy fine jewelry. So basically, let's say you buy fine jewelry this month, you would be able to reserve leather handbags for 22K, which is launching soon. We'll talk about the launch date for 22K in a minute. I just want to talk about these policy changes first with you guys. So how are these new policy changes going to happen? I posted about this last Thursday, and I had a bunch of DMs from you guys on Instagram asking me like a lot of details, because I was told by someone, and shout out to the person who let me know this, and this is all confirmed, and these are changes which will be happening for the US market. All of these changes are effective immediately. That's my understanding. So just to recap, you have to buy 2 ready-to-wear garments. It can be any ready-to-wear garment, although some of you are like asking me, can I buy swimwear? Can I buy swimwear? I don't know whether swimwear counts, but it's my understanding that it's essentially any ready-to-wear garment that is being released every collection, because obviously there will always be ready-to-wear every collection, and then fine jewelry. What does this affect? Like I said, all leather handbags. This is a new policy, so we might see changes as time goes on. But for right now, it's like all leather handbags basically. So before in the US, you had to be Elite Plus, so you had to spend about $25,000 to $30,000 a year to reserve. But now you have to buy ready to wear. Some of you were like asking me about Chanel's sizing. The last time I checked in the UK, pretty much all of Chanel's ready to wear go up to a UK 16, which I believe in the US is like a US 12, and I think a UK 16 is like I think that one is a Italian 46 or 48, something like that. So some of you had been asking me that, so I just wanted to clarify. So let's assume that you want to go get ready to wear and you don't know if your size is there. They do actually have a bunch of sizes that should be available for every collection, but obviously you'd need to ask your SA to see what sizes are available in the boutique. So that's the first thing. So in terms of these changes, like how are these changes going to affect US clients? And it's my understanding that these changes are also good for Canada as well. So if you're in Canada, this probably affects you as well. I think if you're in the US or Canada, moving forward, you need to just basically be ready now to buy ready-to-wear or fine jewelry. Some of that fine jewelry is super cute, like the Coco Crush line, really, really cute. It is pricey, but it is really cute. We've talked about this for months and months and months and months on this channel, that Big C is moving to be a luxury fashion lifestyle brand, and kind of going back to its Coco Chanel roots, and of course August is her birthday month. Her birthday was last week. It was on the 19th of August. I think I posted that on my Instagram stories. It's going back to its roots. This is a ready-to-wear brand. That was Gabrielle Coco Chanel's thing, was that she wanted to help women have like a more relaxed fit in their ready-to-wear wardrobes essentially. So Chanel is basically going back to basics now. How is this going to affect people who just buy handbags? I think if you see yourself as a Chanel handbag collector, or you just like Chanel bags, I mean, I think Chanel is lit, honey. The Chanel glyphics, boo-boo, okay? She's talking and she's saying you can leave. Okay, now obviously I'm kind of kidding, but Chanel wants well-rounded clients. They want you to love their ready-to-wear, their watches. Of course, if you're someone who, I definitely think if you're someone who goes off and buys like a couture jacket, I'm pretty sure you're leapfrogging ahead of everyone else. You know, obviously couture because that's, you know, Chanel's thing as well. Chanel have high jewelry. So those of you who love high jewelry, you can go pick up like a high jewelry necklace or ring from Big C. Chanel is very, very serious about, I think, being a true luxury lifestyle brand. And in order to do that, you have to shop across all categories. You can't just say you love Chanel, but you don't want to buy her clothes, you don't want to buy swimwear, you don't want to buy fine jewelry, and you don't want to buy shoes or anything else. Shoes do not count, by the way, because I know I'm gonna get people asking me, do shoes count? No, boo-boo, they don't. Two ready-to-wear garments, okay? Or fine jewelry in order to reserve leather handbags. So that is a new policy change for the US. If you're in Europe and Asia, things are just business as usual. Nothing really has changed in those two markets. And I think that one of the reasons why maybe there isn't a change in Europe, specifically in the different EU countries and the United Kingdom, is that I think that the US essentially has just more people reselling Chanel products, and I think that this also is done to curb resale, because, and some of you were telling me privately in DMs that you think that these changes are going to encourage people to go to the no, hold on, wait. Some of you were telling me these changes will just empower people at resale. Honey, Big C has been crushing resellers at the moment. I mean, Chanel classic flaps right now, they're not really selling for like that much over retail at the moment. Chanel keeps re-releasing colors. I believe the caramel classic will be back for 23p, but I need to double check that. And the caramel Chanel 19 is coming back for cruise 23c. Okay, so right now Chanel has been winning the reseller war. Like, Chanel has been proactive, you know, honey, and she's proactive. She moves, she steps, like, she's not lying and just waiting for this thing to happen to her. If you're a professional Big C reseller, like, okay, fine, you might have a ton of money, but I'm not trying to be funny. Who is gonna be buying 2 ready-to-wear garments every month? Because essentially Chanel at this point releases a collection almost every month. Who's going to be buying 2 ready-to-wear garments every month that they don't like in order to reserve handbags for clients? And then you have to keep ready-to-wear that you will not be able to resell, because no luxury ready-to-wear resells for above retail from any brand. Big C, Big H, Big LV, Fendi, Gucci, no luxury ready-to-wear resells you know, for above retail. So that's like instantly just buying something from a business point of view that will be making a loss for the resellers. So this is definitely going to impact the people who are like hobbyist resellers, if that makes sense. Chanel's fine jewelry, literally, honey, I've seen it on reselling sites, like brand new from the boutique, going for like 50% off, 40% off, 30% off the retail price. Like, this is such a smart move to also kind of hurt the resale market as well, in terms of, in a really interesting way. These moves are not actually hurting genuine clients of Big C. If you're a genuine client of Big C and you love Chanel, because so many of you are like, I love Chanel, I love Chanel. If you love Chanel, you should be able to find a blouse, a t-shirt, a swimsuit, a bikini, or something that is a ready-to-wear garment or a fine jewelry piece to build your profile. We're entering the new era of Chanel bait. I was on TikTok. I'm always on TikTok at the moment. By the way, go follow me there. a while ago I was on TikTok and someone posted this hysterical TikTok of it was talking about Kylie Jenner's makeup line, and you guys, I've told you guys before, I used to have my own line I used to actually have my own beauty line in Tanzania just for the domestic market, and my own beauty boutique as well. And the TikTok was like the TikTok was harsh. It's kind of funny because I know the beauty industry well, so I was kind of cracking up. But the TikTok was saying Kylie Cosmetics is in its flop era, like it's flopping right now, like it's not hitting the market. If you follow beauty brands and you know the business of beauty, the line isn't doing well at the moment for many reasons which are outside the scope of this channel. But when I was watching that TikTok, I was thinking about Chanel, honey. I'm like, Chanel is in its bait era. Don't even say Chanel's flopping, boo-boo. You can't flop, honey, when you're big C. Chanel's never gonna flop. And some of you are like, Chanel's gonna flop this year. She's done. Come back to this channel in June 2023, honey, when Big C releases her results, baby. Because I'm pretty sure she's not flopping, okay? But Chanel is in its bait era. This is the bait era for Big C. Big C's in its bait era. Big C's feeling herself. Big C's like Beyonce in 2003 releasing Crazy in Love, her debut solo single. Like, that is the energy that Chanel has at the moment, because Chanel is making changes every month. They're constant policy changes. When I posted this, some of you were like, no, that's not true. And I'm like, sorry, it's true, it's happening. So it is what it is. And a few of you had reached out to me and said, hey, that's true. I heard this from my essay. I also heard from my essay the same thing, that, you have to reserve ready to wear. You have to purchase ready to wear in order to reserve leather handbags. So, welcome to the bait era for Big C. How do you guys think about it, and what do you guys think in general about these new changes for the US market? Honestly, I feel like Chanel in the US has a reseller problem. I see bags at resale on European reseller sites for Big C, but honestly, I don't feel like the resale market in Europe is as big as it is in the US specifically. So I feel like Chanel is making changes for that. Another thing that I was thinking is that these changes really sought the true believers for Big C from the people who are just casual shoppers of the brand. Like, if you love Chanel and you really love the brand, you probably have a ready-to-wear piece already. You probably have fine jewelry already. You probably have a watch from them already, to be fair. If you really love the brand, even the shoes, I feel like help make you seem like someone who does care about the brand and you are passionate about the house. But if you're just like a casual Chanel shopper, it's really hard to shop at Chanel now because you have to go to the store. If you follow Big H, you know that Big H is really prioritizing clients who come into the boutique to do FaceTime. I believe that Chanel is doing the same exact thing. And in fact, I believe that Big H probably looks at Chanel a little bit here, because you know that you can't buy any of the handbags on Chanel's website. Chanel wants clients in the boutique to also do FaceTime, and they want you in the store. I think also, if you think about it, whenever a collection launches, there's always that frenzy and excitement over a collection launching and people going queue. Even when I was in Paris in January, there was queues everywhere for every Big C boutique that I encountered. That Chanel is making these changes in order to attract a different type of client to the house. If you're someone who's already a VIP at Chanel, or you're a big spender at Chanel, you're not affected by this, because you're not affected by it, I beg your pardon, because you buy ready to wear, you buy fine jewelry, you buy watches. So why would you be affected by these changes? But the casual shoppers of the brands, the people who like the brand casually, and maybe you just like a Chanel bag here and there, or you like a Chanel troll piece here and there, you're definitely affected by this, because you won't be able to reserve as the collection is coming, essentially. So now let's talk about the 22K launch date. The 22K launch date is the 13th of September for the United States. However, Chanel never launches in the US before launching in Paris, because obviously it is a French brand and a Parisian brand. So for those of you in France, if the US launches the 13th of September, which I've confirmed, by the way, it means that it will either launch on the 13th in Paris, or before the 13th in Paris, okay? Don't forget, remember what I told you, they want you guys in the store. So those of you who can't reserve anything from 22K, you need to go on launch day on the 13th of September if you're in the US. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be the 13th of September for Paris, France, or at the very least, it will be maybe a day before or maybe 2 days before that, because it will always launch in France first or the same day, okay? So for those of you who, you know, love the brand and you want to buy things, you have to go on launch day. That's really how things are going. How are all of these changes going to be affecting people who shop remotely? In my opinion, unless you have a good SA like relationship and connection, and unless you spend enough, I just feel like this is really kind of the end of remote sales for Big C, in my opinion. Like I said, because I want people to be listening to what I'm saying here. Like, some of you have good connections with SAS, you have a good situation, and you can shop remotely. That's fine. But I think unless you have like a good connection, I just don't see them wanting to really connect with people who are remote. They want you in the store, FaceTime. And if you think about it, it makes sense. For example, ready to wear, you need to try it on. You know, like when I went to Versace Jeans Couture in South Africa, I tried on that Versace t-shirt because I needed to see how it fits on me. You know, ready to wear, you really do need to go there to try it on. Even like fine jewelry with like bracelets and rings, you need to try it on so that you can understand, unless you know your ready to wear garment size at Chanel, in which case, you know, again, you're the target consumer because they want people who are going to be buying ready to wear and fine jewelry. And while watches were not mentioned, I'm absolutely convinced if you're someone who maybe buys 2 to 3 watches a year from Chanel, you're absolutely going to be part of that that clique or that clique, you know, because I think that they really like are also very focused on their watch business. They have a minority share in this very famous French, I think it's a French watch brand called FP Journe. It's like FP Journe is like I don't know, it's just like, from what I've heard, it's one of the most well-respected watch brands in the watch community, and Chanel own a minority stake in that brand. So they take watches very seriously. So if you're someone who is willing to buy a Chanel watch, I definitely think that you'll be part of the clique of people who are allowed to reserve as well. But again, I haven't confirmed that, so you might need to go ask your SA. But what is confirmed is ready to wear and fine jewelry. So I'd love to know what you guys think about all of these changes that are happening at your girl Big C. What do you guys think? Listen, Chanel keeps things fun and vibrant on here. I'm super excited for my upcoming trip to Europe this autumn winter, because I'll definitely be focusing more on Chanel this time around, and I'm really excited to see just like what I will see in stores and how they will be operating. I'll definitely make sure to ask questions in Europe though, because I feel like we never really hear tea about Europe and the things that go on in France. So I will definitely make sure to ask questions when I'm shopping there as well. So I'd love to know what you guys think about all of these Chanel changes, and what is your opinion. Look, honey, it's business. It's not personal. It's business. I don't think anyone should be offended. I think if you like Chanel, why should this offend you? They have like cute little t-shirts there. They have swimwear. Again, I don't know if swimwear counts, but I feel like swimwear kind of counts because their like one-piece bathing suits are very pricey. And they've got some nice, like, you know, blouses and cardigans and jumpers and things like that. And 22K's got a nice bunch of prêt-à-porter. So yeah, these are the changes that are happening. I'd love to know what you guys think about all of them. Please make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe to this channel and hit notifications. It's really important that you do that. And yeah, make sure that you're fully subscribed and follow all of my socials, like my Instagram and my TikTok. I'm very active on both of those platforms, and of course my Facebook group, which is linked below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on Thursday in my next video.